Back with Zipper 96 back here for a live stream for y'all today. Today we're going to get a bunch of stuff off my chest, and it's not to bash nobody, it's just how I feel, more or less. Um, so, um, no, I'm not drinking. No, I'm not trying to cause drama. I've kept drama out for a couple weeks now, and I've actually been really grateful for that because I feel like I've done better without the drama. Um, Now, when it gets down to this, what I'm about to say, I don't care who has a problem with it. I don't care if you don't want this for me. I, I don't care. Um, and this is going back on what happened a few weeks ago, and and I'm not gonna say any names. Sorry, I'm texting. Now, what I'm getting at is a few weeks ago, somebody did try to break up me and my happiness. I didn't like that too much. And um and it actually it goes on a little bit more than just that. Um, I've had people be talking shit about it even after the fact. And I'm at the point now where I'm just gonna ignore it. But it has come to my mind, and if y'all all don't know, most of y'all will know now. I've had people tell me that they're going to hang out with this person, blah, blah, blah. And it means nothing. Turn around, come to find out a few weeks later, it was more than just that. And this is what I'm getting at now. I let my jealousy and me being how I am right now because of everybody from my past. And I will get to a few things that were said about Cass, but what I'm trying to get at is I let my jealousy get the best of me. And, you know, um, when it comes to certain things, I don't react the best way. Um, so this is what I'm getting at. Um, a lot of people has said, and I quote, that she doesn't love you, she never loved you, it was all fake, and all this stuff. But the way I the way I look at it is she's trying to prove to me that the people are wrong. Number one, number two, lying. Um, Now, I've never hid anything as far as certain stuff, but um, you know, I can't help to feel like I'm the issue in mine and her relationship. And honestly, the way everything has gone down, I just, I don't know if I'm the true problem or if it's just the way I'm acting is the problem. But I'm gonna say a few things that were said about couple weeks ago that are true but also false at the same time. Um, so the whole grandmother thing that happened in March, that was on my mom's side of the family. Number one. Number two, what recently just happened was on my dad's side of the family. Remember, I've got two sides of the family. Just need to be specific on which side of the family I'm talking about. Number one. Number two, don't go telling people that, oh, his grandmother just died, da 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 da, when I put it out there for certain people to know it was my mom's mom. What just recently happened was my dad's mom, which I just saw her a week ago. Literally a week ago today when I walked up to the gas station. Worst painful thing I ever did, but it was worth it at the end of the day if you think about it. Because I was able to come home and try to lay down for a while and actually sleep. But now I'm on to the things people have said about her because I'm at the point where I'm pissed the fuck off. Uh, a lot of people have said that she doesn't love me, she doesn't care about me, that what me and her did privately was fake. Her paying me some money back that she owed me, which she did back in December, but just all of this stuff people keep telling me, and yet she's proven to me that she's she's here to stay this time. She's not leaving. And and honestly, I know in my heart what I want. I know in my heart who I want. I want her. And I know I want her. But it's just that constant question in the back of my mind, is she going to leave? She hasn't left yet. As many times she could have left over me being stupid or me doing something stupid or me not telling her what I'm doing or playing video games over talking to her or someone telling her lies about me or telling her that I need to go get mental help and stuff. She had all the chances to leave and she hasn't left yet. That tells me one of two things. One, she is willing to put up with me, and two, she's actually willing to spend the rest of her life with me, even though I've done some messed up stuff to her. And it's no secret that I reached out to her. It's no secret that she flat out told me she was still in love with me. It's not a secret at all. But the constant people talking shit on her or me needs to stop. And what was told Friday night when me and her wasn't on the phone kind of pissed me off to the point where I didn't want to say it, but um, I might as well take my phone off do not disturb because it's gonna irritate me. Anyway, um, what was said Friday night was that, oh, she's probably planning on cheating on you, blah 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 blah. Well, if she was planning that, she's probably been planning that for a couple of weeks or a month, if she was. Keyword. But how can she plan something when she's been on the phone with me almost every day, every night for the past like almost 2 months? It'd be 2 months, the 25th of this month. And yes, my trust issues are coming into play now, but in reality, I do trust her. I trust her more than I trust her more than the motherfuckers that fucking told me all this shit about her after she left the first time for the 3 weeks that she left. And then when they was telling me to accuse her of cheating and to leave her ass. And that was in September. That's when I started drinking for 10 months. And I really don't want to go back down that path of drinking every day, every night, constantly when I don't have the money for it. Like I'm lucky enough my mom's could probably pay my phone bill this Tuesday. And I'm finally getting paid the money that one of my coworkers owes me. That's going to my PlayStation Plus. So I know my jealousy and my trust issues are the problem. I know that, and I need to fix that, and I need to work on that. But if it's something I could say that could fix all this, would be an apology. And I don't want to apologize over live. I don't feel comfortable with that right now. I would rather do it to her over the phone. But then again, I don't feel good. About 10 o'clock last night, I ended up puking. After I ate a plate of leftover spaghetti, I haven't slept that much either. I went to bed at like 5 o'clock yesterday morning, woke up at 9 o'clock or something like that. 4:35, something like that. I don't remember. So I'm a little bit sleep deprived. Um, it's just I know my trust issues are the issue, and I need to have trust in her. It's just everybody should know with how my past went, with you know people telling me one thing but finding out something else after the fact. My trust issues are going to come in play. My jealousy is going to come in play. But I shouldn't just my mind shouldn't be assuming shit like that. And I'm gonna admit it. I know I fucked up. I know I fucked up. I'm not gonna hide that. It's just with everything I've been through over the past like 8 years, I don't know what to do anymore. Like yesterday morning, I was literally at my breaking point in front of her. She literally saw me bawl out cry because I'm at my breaking point. I don't even think she realizes I'm at my breaking point. And if she does, she can text me and tell me that right now. Because I know she's watching and I know she's listening. So if you saw me at my breaking point, just tell me. If you didn't know, just tell me. Either way. But now, I will say that out of any girl I've ever been with, honestly, I trust her more than anybody. And like sometimes I don't think I don't think I give her enough credit. And why I say that is I don't give her enough credit for her not leaving this time. Um, Now, I will give out a timeline of all this. And if my memory is bad, then so fucking be it. I don't give a fuck. So, if my mind's telling me correctly and serves me correctly, she left me for 3 weeks in July. I think it was either after I started working or a little bit before I started working. It was one of the two because I remember July 18th, I got the job at Bojangles. I literally started working the next day. Like I went in for orientation on the 18th, then worked on the 19th, and then worked that Thursday after the fact. And then we were good. She came back, apologized. I forgave her. And then August rolled around. We decided to make the decision to forget all the bullshit, the leaving and me acting the way I was and all this other shit. And then we were good and we got to our anniversary, we were still good. Well, September rolled around and somebody that I'm not going to speak names of came back. And this is where it kind of gets a little bit fishy, but more of I think he was lying about it because he wanted us to break up because he doesn't want us together. And in some cases, in my mind, it was more of he wanted her and wanted to try to get me disconnected from her, even though at the time he had a girl and a bunch of other shit. Anyway, so he was like, "Oh, she's cheating on you. I was on her, meet me, blah 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 blah." And knowing me and knowing that I knew him for to that point 4 years, I believed it. Worst mistake of my fucking life. Well, it was that Friday when we ended up breaking up. Officially, actually breaking up. And sorry, I'm moving my legs. My legs are killing me right now. Especially on my toe right here. On my big toe, right like where the bone, before it gets to the toe. My girl knows what I'm talking about because I showed her. Anyway, so the day after, let me refix the camera. Hold on. So the day after we broke up and all that is when the constant drinking started. And I did that damn near every day, every night, because I don't want to say it, and I don't think she knew. I don't think I've told her, and if I did, I don't remember because I don't remember half the shit we talk about anymore sometimes, especially when we were living together. I honestly, I don't. I remember a good amount of the conversations, but not all of them, sadly. And I feel bad about that too. But um, um, like I said, it was constantly every day, every night. Even if I had to work the next day, I would be drinking. If I worked that day and I got off at like 9 o'clock at night, I was drinking at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Um, Even if I had work the next day, I was drinking, like I said. Um, And that went on for almost 10 months. Damn near fucking 10 months straight. Now, sorry. So back to what I was talking about. Okay, y'all gonna have to give me like a second or two because I gotta put some music on. Okay, that'll work. Even though that's the song that Tanisha tried to use to get my attention one night before we got the day before we got together, and I was with Tommy at the time. But anywho, so um, you know, honestly, then it came to 2 weeks before Christmas. She came back. Um, she came back, and it went well for the good little while. Shouldn't have fucking come bothering me again. Anywho, she came back, and then out of the thin blue air, she blocked me. Didn't tell me. She finally did tell me, obviously, but at the time, she didn't tell me anything. And honestly, in my heart, I was gonna do everything I could do to try to get her back. Because honestly, at that point, the second time she left, it's gonna be painful to talk about, and I don't like opening up about a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I felt like I fucked up. I felt like I lost the love of my life. I felt like I just I felt a bunch of different stuff. And some of the stuff she does know, some of the stuff she doesn't know. Um and you know, if it was a way I could just sit down with her one on one in person and tell her everything, I would like that in a heartbeat. But it's a lot of things I don't like talking about just because I don't want her mad at me. I don't want her to be like, you shouldn't be feeling that way, or. But I kind of started figuring it out. It's stemming back to um, people talking, running their mouth. They act all good to your face, but then they go back behind your back and yap their fucking mouth like it's nothing, like it's no tomorrow. And that isn't the case. And honestly, if y'all knew, if y'all knew more stuff than y'all would know, y'all would know at the time that me and her met, that morning I was thinking about doing something. And when I met her, everything just changed. Like I knew that yes, me and her met through somebody. Yes, me and her met through a quote unquote now old friend. But deep down, I knew that she was going to be that special one. And, Friday made 500 days. Without all the bullshit, without all the drama, it would have been 500 days. Um, and a lot of stuff I'm not going to talk about on here. I'm going to talk to her about it one on one so she can actually know. But it's a lot of stuff I'm not saying over here because I know people still watching and I don't want any association with them whatso fucking ever. If it came down to it, my only association with them would be them paying me back, and that's it. Done. But until that point, I am not associating myself with anybody that tries to break me and her up, try to start drama between me and her, go and tell her stuff that ain't even fucking true. And that's the end of it. This is not to slander anybody. This is not going to be to defecate on anybody, talk crap about anybody. It's the truth, God honest truth. If people don't like what I say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say the same thing my dad told me years ago when I was a kid and I didn't get what I wanted. There's the door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm not going to associate my life with people that constantly do the stuff that they do. I like, don't get me wrong, me and Tommy didn't talk for almost 4 years up until June 20th, but I would rather associate myself with him and Marshall and her and, Caleb, my friend Caleb that lives in Washington State, over anybody that tries to break me and her up. Because guess what? It ain't the first time somebody has broken me and my relationship up. Number one. And number two, I am not going to let it happen again. I will refuse to let it happen again. Because, people keep telling me don't hold grudges, don't hold revenge against anybody. I'm going to break the news to you, but I'm going to hold a grudge. I'm going to hold revenge. Because guess what? People fuck with me, I'm going to fight back. When you cross state lines into Virginia, it says Virginia's for lovers, right? Right? I might be a lover, but I'm a fighter too. I will fight for anything and anybody I actually truly love. The exception to that is I will do anything to fight for her, anything to keep her around. I am not letting the person that saved me in the worst time in the fucking world leave me again. I ain't letting it happen because I swear if it happens again, I will go get it. I will go and find a job and I will start drinking every day to the point where the true meaning of alcohol or alcoholic is actually true. I'm going to end up turning into Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin or I don't think Stan from that one show drinks, but anyway. I'm sorry, but I'm a fighter. I'm gonna fight for people I care about and people I love, and she's one of them. She's at the top of the list. Like, it's her, Caitlin, and that's the end of the list. Because I don't talk to anybody else. Talk to her. Well, actually, you know, I was kindly and nicely asked to give a shout out. Third person on the list, she's from Australia. I don't talk to her often, but when I do talk to her, it's for a little bit and then that's it. She texts me and asks me for a shout out, and I'm gonna give her a shout out now. So, actually, give me a minute. Share, send that to her so she can see it. I'd rather her see it than not at all. Anyway, so the third person on the list, I've known her for the longest time. Yes, I had a crush on her years ago. I met her in 2015. I started having a crush in 2016. then steadily I started distancing myself from everybody. And now I just see her as a best friend or a friend. And that person is Chloe. So shout out goes to Chloe. And as soon as I can get a chance to do a dip review, I will shout you out in the dip review. But other than that, she's a friend. That's all she's ever going to be. Because my crush and my feelings is for the person that saved me with all the Charlie bullshit. And the text messages are sitting right on my phone right now, literally on Messenger. Like, but if I could say anything that right now that would clarify more, because I know what I've been doing and I know it's taken me this long to figure it out, but I know I fucked up. And sorry, I have an itch on my ankle, my right ankle. But I'm actually gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know into a little secret. She's the only one that knows about this. But until I'm able to fully move and get my life back on track because of the help from her, the help from the love of my life, I am taking a super big hiatus from YouTube. It could be 6 months, it could be a year, it could be a year and 6 months. But I am going to take a hiatus for a while. Now, don't get me wrong. I will post updates here and there, letting everybody know what's going on and if or when I'm able to leave fully, because I want to leave. I don't want to be in Virginia no more. I fucking hate it here. And now, on to mine and her relationship, I've kind of pieced something together here. And I'm pretty sure she'll probably sit here and agree if she will text me back that now with us getting rid of the toxic people, and she knows who I'm talking about when I say that. If she don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But I think now our relationship is slowly going downhill after we got rid of the toxic people because of distance. Because of distance and for the way I act. With her being up there and with me being down here, she doesn't know what I'm doing unless we're on the phone, obviously. And I don't know what she's doing unless we're on the phone, obviously. So I think the two big things that are making us slowly go downhill is distance and us not being on the phone all the time. But I think it's more for the distance than anything. And y'all all know, she knows obviously because I've told her. Y'all all know that me and Amy were together for almost 2.5 years. It was 2 years and 1 month. The reason that stopped is because of the fighting. Close to the end, me and her were fighting constantly. But we both agreed on to stay friends. And if it was any point in time where we felt better and we bettered ourselves over that slow period of time, we would get back together. Well, this is not for debatum either, but last November, she wasn't around. I accused her of cheating because some dumbass decided to put shit in my head. They couldn't put shit in her head, so they put shit in my head. And I believed it, obviously, in my stupidity, and I'm not going to believe it no more. Anyway, me and her got back together. The one thing I did do for her besides help with her daughter was pay her phone bill. I haven't talked to her since. I haven't talked to her since probably a week after I paid her phone bill. And honestly, it's better if I don't want I didn't want mine and her friendship to end, but I also know to make mine and her relationship better, I have to start kicking the people out of my life. And I'm kicking her out of my life. Painful to say, hard to say, but if it's to help me and her and to better our relationship together as a tag team, a unit, um, partners, I'm willing to do that. Um, I'm sorry I'm not texting you back. I'm trying to get everything out and be open. It's more to it than what I'm saying, but I rather talk to that about that one on one than over live. But um um just I don't know. I just hope she understands more of why I was acting the way I did. Because the jealousy was taken over, and honestly, I know that was wrong, and I know I fucked up. But in some cases, I don't know how to control it. And I have 125,000% trust in her. I do. It's just I've always I've always told people, text me if you're leaving, text me when you get back. Let me know who you're going to see because I don't know what you're doing. And like say she texts I'm just going to throw out a scenario here. Say she wanted to go see PJ, which I know PJ obviously where she lives, he's in town, I guess, or I'm assuming. I'm assuming that in a good way, not a bad way. But say she texts me saying, "Hey babe, I'm going to see PJ. I'll text you when I leave, or I text you when I get home." Okay, cool. Long as you're telling me what you're doing and who you're going to see, it doesn't bother me. But if you just doesn't even you don't even acknowledge that, then that's where my jealousy will take over. And that's not a good thing. And that's where the assuming bad shit, the trust issues start rearing, quote unquote, the ugliest thing. But, you know, it's a lot of things I said that I didn't want to talk about, and I talked about it anyway. But I'm at the point where I want to be more open with y'all, but I want to keep certain things private, if that makes any sense. So I'm texting her about it. She can't be mad at me, but I just text her. Sorry, I'm moving my leg again. My leg is starting to lock up. But so I just want y'all to be prepared on me not uploading for the amount of time that I said. I don't know how long it's going to be. For all I know, it could be up to 2 years before I post again. To answer that question, I was scared to tell you. I didn't know how you would react because at the time we wasn't talking. You wasn't in my life, so it was just one of those things where I went back to what I thought I knew, and honestly, how things ended with me and her, I don't want anything to do with her now. Yeah, I've texted her a few different times trying to just check up on her, but other than that, I'm not going to push to talk to her anymore. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. I've got more time that I want to focus on my old lady than. To answer that too, I will. If you want me to call you, just text me and tell me after this live, and I'll call you and I will explain everything. And I will explain it more in depth. Other than that, I'm not saying it over live. But just no, just I'm going on record when I say it. I know I fucked up, and I know my jealousy and trust issues got the best of me, and I do apologize for that. But I don't know. It's a lot of things that I don't like showing or telling people, and yet she's actually the first one to see that sad side of me, that upset side of me, because she knows how I feel about my dad. She knows how I feel about my my dad's dad, my mom's mom. Like she knows all that, so it's not no secret of how I actually feel. She doesn't know because she knows it all. She knows I lost him in 2018. She knows I lost my dad's dad in 2017. 8 months after my dad died, I lost my uncle. Then I lost my other uncle on my mom's side of the family, my uncle Andrew. Then I lost a family member on my dad's side, my dad's mom's side. And then I just recently lost somebody, and then I had somebody in the hospital. So she knows it. I've told her. I even told her that day that me and her started talking again. I told her that day that I'd lost somebody in March, right after my birthday. That was the worst day of my life besides my dad. Besides 2007, when my mom's dad died, my dad's dad, my dad, and then my grandmother. They were the worst days of my life. But I'm going on record when I say this. It's actually two dates I'm about to say. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about it for a minute. Well, one of the dates that I'm about to actually say, honestly. March 21st, 2022 was when I met her. That was the best day of my life. March 22nd, 2022 was the second day that was the best day of my life because I was able to make her mine. Huh. But I'm gonna end the live. Um, I'm gonna go and sit and think. I'm probably gonna go outside. Maybe I don't know. If I had alcohol, then I probably would be going outside to drink. But then again, I don't have the money for that right now. And right now, I'm focused on more of trying to leave this county and this state. Yes, this is going to be my home. This is going to be my forever home for as long as I live. But my actual home is with her. So I'm I'm gonna end it. Um, sorry, my ear itches again. I'm gonna end it here. So just I will be posting updates. Probably not gonna be all the time, but I'm gonna try to post an update every once in a while. Let y'all know what's going on, if I've moved, if or when I got a job because she helped me, or get my license. Because 9 times out of 10, if I get my license and I have a job and I'm able to come back down for a day or two or whatever, I will probably do a video that way too, obviously. But it is. I'm not trying to look too far ahead because my focus is on the here and now and with her. I just hope that if she got what I'm thinking she got, she ain't gonna be, quote unquote, the bitch. I hate when she's like that. I love to sweet her, but when she is on that mood, it's like I'm like, no, don't, like, leave me alone. Like, don't. I didn't do anything. Like, that's how it is sometimes with me, with her. But other than that, me and her talk all the time. We sleep on the phone. We didn't talk most of the day yesterday. We did not talk. We talked in the morning after she woke up because she woke up late. She woke up at like almost 1:30, and then we stopped talking because she had to take her brother somewhere. And then from there on out, I just stayed to myself for the day until my mind started fucking with me, and me and her had our first fight in a couple days, which I still find really regrettable at this point. But I don't know if that's the right way I should be saying that. But oh, fuck me sideways. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you better go down in the crack of that between my wall and bed, stupid ass spider. Come back out and I'll kill your ass, bitch. Anyway, sorry. Had to rant a little bit too. But anyway, I'm gonna get off. I'll keep y'all posted on everything and let y'all know what's going on when that time comes. If you ain't dipping, you're tripping. Keep cracking, keep packing. I hope to see you on the dip side. Stay positive. Always think positive, and everything negative and everything's coming your way. Always think positive and always stay positive in your mind and in your heart. I hope you have a great day, great night, wherever you're watching this. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the dip side. America.